I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Gotcha!
SmashMouth Footballerz. Introducing Nick Tate, Joe Caldero, Chad Young, SmashMouth Footballerz.
Hey, welcome to SmashMouth Footballerz. I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldero.
I'm the Cadillac.
Guys, guess what? We crossed the 3,500 subscriber threshold.
Threshold's broken.
Hey, as of this morning, we had a little over 3,900 subscribers. So today, in today's video, we are going to go over our winners, not only for our jerseys, but also for our merchandise.
All right. Listen up, party people. Winner, winner, chicken dinners.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That's right.
And stay tuned. If you're not a winner on this video, don't forget, we still have a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. And we're going to give away 3 mystery boxes, 2 with jerseys, 1 with a football, as well as this Kyrene Williams jersey, authenticated and signed. And it doesn't end there. So we're going to come up with another giveaway as soon as we hit that one.
Yep. And then we got to do our weeklies, our weekly merchandise giveaways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's not going to stop.
So, guys, it's going to keep going, and we appreciate you tuning in to us on every episode. And starting right now, before we get to the giveaways, we're going to go over all the individual player awards.
2025 individual player awards. Let's start with the guy who's not with the Lions anymore, assistant coach Ben Johnson.
Can I just give a shout out to you
For
fighting the flu?
Man, I am.
For all these people out there. He's fighting the flu for you people.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys don't catch it from me. I think I'm over the contagious part of it, but you know,
Joe, you're a trooper, dude.
I love this podcast so much. It's not even it started as a hobby, but you know, it's become a lot more than that for us.
Hey.
Yeah, and thank you, fam. Thank y'all for all our support. And if you have any kind of reaction towards the NFL honors, or you think some of these awards did not go to the right people, y'all
let us
comment.
know.
Let us know, because
we don't agree with all.
We
of them.
don't agree with them at all. A lot of these we don't.
Some of them are good. Like assistant coach Ben Johnson, I agree with that one.
I agree with Ben Johnson, and that's why he's in Chicago now.
Yeah, and I think he's going to make a major moves in Chicago.
Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury definitely had an argument too, though, for that. But and Vic Fangio, the Eagles. But I mean, you can't. What he did.
You can't slide him at all.
No.
Our guy, offensive rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels, LSU alum.
Yeah.
Agreed.
There was times in this year where Bo Nix was putting up the same numbers as him.
Yeah.
But Bo Nix kind of fell down, and I guess you could make the argument there at one time that Bo Nix didn't have the weapons that he did, but you can't. There were times this year where they weren't even punting.
I mean,
no turnovers.
Look at this, though. Like you said, so Jaden Daniels broke a record where he was the first rookie player for no punts and no interceptions in 3 games, as well as some miraculous wins and
comebacks.
Plays. And I mean, some of that has to do with the defenders. I agree. My favorite is the one where the defender was on the sidelines mocking the fans, and then Jaden throws this Hail Mary. He tips it, and the Commanders player gets a touchdown.
Yeah, that was against Chicago.
Yeah.
So him and Brock Bowers, they both had great seasons, right? Brock Bowers broke records for tight ends.
Yeah.
Man, he was great too.
But Jaden Daniels broke records for a quarterback as a rookie.
Yeah.
On a team with a lesser defense. It's everything was stacked against Jaden Daniels, and he came out on top.
Yeah, and if you're a dynasty fantasy football player,
man, he's there for 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, man. And Brock Bowers too. You got to be paying attention to these right here specifically.
So SmashMouth Footballerz has a dynasty league, and guess who's got Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, he did good. He did good.
Saying.
Guess who didn't?
And Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
You got defensive player of the year, Pat Surtain. I don't agree with this one so much. He's a great player.
He's a great player.
Nothing to take from him.
No.
But Zach Bond was an animal this year.
Yeah.
He was an animal. I think Zach Bond should have won that.
So what do you think was the takeaway? Why did they not give it to Zach?
I think because of the
because Surtain takes away half the field.
Yeah, that and Philadelphia's defensive line is really dominant. I mean, you're looking at one player on one side compared to, you got Jalen Carter.
One of seven.
Yeah.
One of seven great players.
Yeah,
right?
Nolan Smith.
So you think it's because of a saturation of good defensive players?
Yeah,
versus,
he stood out more.
I'm the only guy out here, and I'm about to kick y'all.
Yeah.
But don't take anything from Surtain.
Oh, no.
He takes away one half of the field.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and that's what that Denver defense was amazing, but I think that has more to look. The defensive coordinator got all these props. It has more to do with the fact that Surtain shut down half the field, though. There's some coverage sacks and stuff that happened with that don't happen without him.
Yeah, so. Let's see what the Eagles do with Zach Bond in the offseason, too, because he might be playing somewhere else next year.
Yep, for a big paycheck.
Boom, boom, boom.
Big paycheck.
Yeah. One of the T.J. Watt. I'm getting to where I don't understand the hype. I'm getting to where I don't understand.
They said that he was better than his brother at one time, and I don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
And,
TJ is good against lesser offensive lines. You put him against an elite offensive line, he's not doing that great.
I don't see statistically. I just don't understand where it's coming from. Like Trey Hendrickson was. And in Cincinnati, if they had a better year, we could argue that Joe Burrow probably should have been at least
in the conversation. I mean, they say he was in the conversation, but he really wasn't.
No, and Jamar Chase had the Triple Crown winner this year. He should have been.
He should have been there.
He should have been offensive player of the year. And we're going to get into that because they got the MVP wrong, in my opinion.
They did, absolutely.
Yeah, so
they did. So offensive player of the year.
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley.
This is where I say Saquon Barkley should be the MVP of the league.
I agree completely with that statement.
Now, if you take Saquon and put him on MVP, now you can put Jamar Chase as offensive player, or the actual MVP. He could have been here without any argument.
Yeah, they want to give these awards to these quarterbacks, and it's a quarterback-driven league.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, Saquon did what he did this year, 2,000 yards.
It won't be done again for a long time.
No, and some of these runs
next year.
Until he does.
By Saquon.
Yeah.
25 years from now, we're going to be watching Saquon jump over defenders backwards.
Yes.
You go. It's going to be the NFL video music.
Kind of like we do for like Sweetness and other players right now. Our kids will be doing that in 20 years.
Look, kids right now are trying to do this.
Yeah,
like they're trying to do this reverse hurdle.
Yeah, they're all wanting to do squats all the time to get legs like Saquon. Man, it's pretty cool though, man.
Role models, guys.
And he's a great guy too.
He's a very humble guy, man.
Yeah, and I think he should have won. I'm with you. MVP. That should have been him.
It should have been him, hands down. Once Lamar was taken out of the mix, it should have been him, hands down.
Yep.
Comeback player of the year,
Joey
B.
I like it, but I think
Sam Darnold should have got it.
I think DeMar Hamlin.
No, he choked out too late.
He did. He did choke out.
He was like,
but he got them there
about 3/4 of the season. Then it was like, well, you know what? I don't like playing like a pro. I want to go back to playing.
I want to go back to the Jets.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the Jets.
Well, Aaron Rodgers ain't doing jack. Let me get my old job back.
So I can't argue with Joe Burrow getting it. I mean,
no,
neither can I. But I think
I love me some Joey B, man.
I think DeMar Hamlin should have gotten it. I mean,
yeah, true.
The guy almost died.
That is a very good point.
The guy. I mean, he almost died. Yeah, and he come back and he finished the season.
You only see a defensive player on here for one thing: defensive player of the year.
If we're talking about it, what about Tua?
Yeah, I mean, Tua didn't do much.
He didn't completely come back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was going to.
He was more of a game manager, unlike his normal self. He's a very.
Let me tell you something. That boy to step back on the field after taking that concussion, number 8.
Yeah, he's going to be in the conversation next year.
And in a wheelchair.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Please don't wear a Guardian hat at least, Tua.
I mean, we've already seen that the Guardian hat doesn't protect you much.
But
I mean,
I've seen so many people get concussions and they got that hat on.
Yeah. And the NFL was quick to brag about the concussions being at an all-time low this year. As Tua.
Every game there was one, it seemed like.
Yeah. Yep. I just felt come on, Tua. Please stay healthy, man. The game is better for you.
Because I'm telling you right now, they suck without you.
Without you, they didn't do anything.
I think he's great for the game. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
So, speaking of defenses, Jared Verse, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I like
100%.
I cannot. That deserves
hands
it
down.
wholeheartedly.
This dude, if he
it.
continues to play like this dude's going to be in the conversation early in his career for the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Brandon Frisk was also in there, and I mean that's just a testament to how good they drafted.
Yeah, they did great, man.
And
So I read an article where, for at least at the beginning of the season, he was going to Aaron Donald's house and working with him.
Yeah, great person to work with.
I mean,
the best.
and now he's becoming the
part two of it.
Part two of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cooper. I talked mad smack, and I felt terrible. Cooper DeJean,
Man, great.
He did a great year. Quinyon Mitchell on the other side, another team, the Eagles, who just did a great job drafting this year. Both of them could have won it. Quinyon Mitchell only had one interception, but it was in the playoffs, and I mean, he had an amazing rookie year as well. But
This was just a league. This was just a year with a lot of great rookie defenders. I mean,
what a great rookie class!
it was great.
What a great rookie class.
Offense and defense.
Oh yeah, I mean, even Tuis Fuaga, even some of the people that aren't getting credit at getting a lot of the props or anything, had a great year, and it's good to see finally a class come in and have this impact.
Yeah. Next year, it has the potential to be like that.
You're going to see a lot of running backs
A
next
lot of
year.
quarterbacks too.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a lot of running backs come on the scene, like fifth round running backs that would usually be going in second and third round, like last year. So,
Oh, without a doubt.
yeah.
They even put NFL Moment of the Year
Oh
here.
man, I just saw
Jaden
this.
Daniels.
I just
Hail Mary,
saw this.
Noah Brown.
Oh man,
That was a great play.
that was a great play.
Yep.
I know the Bears coach was cussing.
And I think you won a game with that one because you had Terry McLaurin, and
Yep.
that put you over the top. Was that one play?
Yep.
Coach of the Year, Kevin O'Connell. I can't complain about that. There's other ones that I'd like to see, but Kevin O'Connell did great.
He had a
He's
great year for what he
coach.
had. He's a great offensive mind. I think what Sean Payton did, being
with nothing.
behind the hot salary cap, he cut Russell Wilson. He took a rookie quarterback and no running
got to the
game
playoffs.
and made it to the playoffs in the AFC West with Kansas City.
Zero running game.
Yeah, those three.
Like them boys can draft just about anybody this year, and they'll do better than those guys. last year.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's an argument there for Sean Payton.
I think Sean Payton could have been in there. You could make an argument too for Dan Quinn with Washington, what he did with a rookie quarterback as well. But I'm not mad at this. Kevin O'Connell's a genius, right? Offensive genius.
Right.
They're gonna have to. He knows you're gonna have to do something besides Sam Darnold next year.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
I don't think he'll be there next year.
No, I don't.
There's
He's
no way.
not being there next
not
year.
through the performance he did in the playoffs. Like he crapped the bed on that one, man.
Yeah.
Like he showed where he is, that he's always going to go back to being that choke artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He saw them. He saw the ghost that he used to see for years.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's some kind of mental block there.
It's a PTSD
Because it
type thing.
just all of a sudden just hit him and he couldn't do anything.
Nope.
And it wasn't anything that really happened to him. He hardly got. I mean, he didn't get touched as much as 80% of the quarterbacks in the league because of that offensive line that they have.
Yeah.
So something just blocked him.
all those wide receivers that are worth it.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron Jones. Like he has a great offensive team.
And Sam
just-
Darnold is a talented quarterback, man. There's just something there. There's something there.
That game right there, boy, he was on shutdown mode.
It did. It was against Detroit too. Like
Yeah,
the biggest
panic.
at the biggest moments, he just folded. And if you fold under pressure, you ain't got that. If you don't have that clutch gene, you're never going to win.
Yeah.
Killer.
So I mean,
Yeah.
he pretty much played himself out of what, $20-30 million.
Exactly.
And Sean Payton, that's why I like Sean Payton. I think a lot of what Minnesota did, I mean, I'm not taking away because the Broncos had a great defense as well, but Brian Flores, that was the best defense all year.
Wow.
You know?
Absolutely.
So Kevin O'Connell, I love him, but Sean Payton, what he did a lot more with less.
Right.
In a division that was pretty hard, just like the NFC North.
Now we're down to the MVP guys. Josh Allen. I'm glad to see him get recognition for as good as he is, but this wasn't the year. This was Saquon's year, man. This was Saquon's year by a mile.
This should have been. I know they want to give it to a quarterback, but Saquon Barkley had the most impactful year for a team than any other player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Than
Any other quarterback.
player. Yep. Than any quarterback.
The entire offense ran through him for every single game.
Yep.
Not through the quarterback. who's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts should be talked about in the top 4, top 5, but he's not. He hasn't been even before Saquon.
No.
Because they don't give him the respect he deserves. But Saquon is the guy until further notice.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah, he should have won. He should have won this.
Now Josh Allen could have got offensive player of the year.
You could have
given him
been
fine with that.
Yeah, we know what quarterbacks are. We know what they do. Look, the best quarterback play I saw this year was Joe Burrow. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yes.
But his record wasn't there.
Throwing 5 touchdowns and the defense is just so bad.
Doing miracles to almost get them in the playoffs.
You're wrong. It wasn't a record. The defense wasn't there.
The defense.
If they could stop, if their defense could stop one offensive play, they'd have won way more games.
They couldn't stop anything. They couldn't stop anything. They couldn't stop a paper airplane coming across.
That was crazy.
What him and Jamar Chase did just to almost get them in the playoffs is ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And they're not getting credit for it. And it seemed like the only player they had on defense was Trey Hendrickson.
Right.
And that's the best quarterback play I saw this year was that of Joe Burrow.
Trey Hendrickson will not be there next year. He won't be there next year.
Who's that?
Trey Hendrickson. I don't believe he'll be there.
Somebody's going to pay that man.
They need to pay him.
Yeah. Just like they need to figure out what they're going to do with their T. Higgins. And I mean,
they want to keep T. Higgins, but I don't think they're going to be able to.
Cincinnati doesn't spend money.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't waste Joe Burrow's career.
Man.
I mean,
there's always a slot open at the Saints, buddy.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, the Saints will get him 3 years outside of his prime.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
We'll get a 40-year-old Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Come on home, Joe.
40-year-old Joe Burrow with the Saints.
You won your championship title there at the Dome. Come back and play in it.
This is an honorable mention here. Walter Payton Man of the Year, Eric Armstead.
He's been up a couple times. I don't know what they do. Outside that, I know it's the most prestigious award. I know Drew Brees won at one time, and I was very happy for that.
It's a lot of charitable stuff
donations and stuff. Yeah,
and helping people. To be honest, I don't really follow it too much, but I'm going to starting now. Eric Armstead. I always thought he was great, and I want to know what he did.
Yeah, well, I always heard he was doing great things when he was in 49ers. And
it's like a sustained length of time. This guy's been doing great things outside of football.
Yeah, I mean,
and I just want to follow it more and see what's going on. So they got me involved now. I want to know.
Yeah, and I always root for Saints players because that's my team. And Cam Jordan was up, and I would have loved to have Cam Jordan just for what he does in New Orleans. I know he gives out turkeys. I know he goes to the schools and gives out scholarships. But I just follow that because he's on my team. I do need to look further at what these other people are doing.
So next year, I'm going to make it a point to follow this from here going forward.
And that's something this podcast has helped us do is follow other things that are going on. That's kind of expanding us.
We started just fantasy football. And now we're down into deep diving into stats from 10 years ago.
Yeah, next gen stats and everything else. It's really remarkable how much homework we've been up doing here.
You guys want to get into our giveaways?
Are we at that point?
I do have a question for y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
Since this is fantasy wise, top 5 going into next year.
Top 5.
Top 5 players we draft PPR. Okay.
PPR.
Saquon Barkley.
Okay. I think going forward, I think it's going to be Jamar Chase number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't because I picked 2 running backs first.
You go running back.
Yeah.
So are you?
No. We're not talking.
It doesn't matter.
We're not talking about who you pick. Are we talking like
consensus top 5?
Consensus top 5.
Okay, consensus. Let's go.
Top 5.
Let me change my mind view.
Consensus top 5.
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase has got to be number 1, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There's a little voice in Joe's head. Oh, running back, sure. Crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's uncomfortable, but yes.
Is there going to be another wide receiver in there? Is Tyreek in the top 5?
Tyreek's not. Tyreek's out of the top 5.
Is CeeDee Lamb in the top 5?
No.
Because of his injuries?
Yeah.
Or Dak?
What about Terry?
Terry McLaurin.
Terry could be in the top 4. Yeah, he could be in the top 5.
Now it's PPR.
Now you got me thinking. So now Saquon Barkley.
I think Saquon's in the top 5.
there.
Jameer Gibbs.
Absolutely.
Jameer Gibbs, maybe. How about, okay, he had 17 touchdowns. He tied the lead was
Derrick Henry.
James Cook. Because he had 17 touchdowns. He caught the ball in the backfield.
He had to. They have no weapons on offense besides Shakur. to throw the ball to.
Okay.
So if they end up getting a better receiver, or if Keon Coleman comes on, or somebody comes there and plays better receiver, they won't have to throw to James Cook so much. But if they go with the same players they got now, James Cook will be in the top 5. He'd be number 2.
He may be.
And he's a forgotten guy, man. He's like Jalen Hurts. You just forget about him.
He won 2 weeks for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is a forgotten guy, and I can't believe that that he's still not getting the props he deserves.
Right.
Now the only thing I'm worried about is that's going to become, I think, a share, because Ray Davis.
Man, did he look good?
Ray Davis looked good.
He looked good. He looked like a bowling ball.
Yep. Who else?
He definitely earned his keep. So Jamar Chase is definitely number 1.
Puka Nacua,
no. It's a no for me. Well, Cooper Kupp they said they're not going to go with Cooper Kupp no more.
No.
He's going to be traded.
Yeah. Bijan Robinson's definitely in there.
Yeah, so even though it's uncomfortable for me because of the 2 quarterbacks, I think 3 because of my 2 running back picks, I think 3 running backs are in the top 5.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, this year.
What about JJ?
Yeah, I don't.
No, because we got to look at quarterback play. If Darnold's not there and they bring J.J. McCarthy in, it's not going to happen for him, man. And I hate it. He's the best wide receiver in the league.
And Jordan Addison came on too. I don't know if he's going to be able to spread the ball like that.
They got to bring someone in the building who's a legitimate top 5 quarterback.
Honestly, God, this
10.
draft, I think that the Vikings go and get younger at running back, and they're going to get a dynamic running back to catch the ball.
They do.
Because Aaron Jones had a good year, but
he had a good year, but he didn't.
He started to fizzle.
He's 31. Yeah.
So
we're saying Jamar Chase,
Saquon Barkley.
Not for me. Jameer's for me.
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley is my 3rd.
Okay.
Bijan. I put Bijan in there over Jameer Gibbs.
All right. Bijan Robinson.
Okay.
Who's our 5th?
I put CeeDee Lamb in.
No.
Oh man,
I just can't do it.
I'm just gonna throw a hope.
Not because of his ability, because I don't think the team gets together next year.
Yeah, they got a new quarterback. New coach too, Brian Schottenheimer.
I don't think they get together by the end of the year. I think it takes at least 2 years for them to get that comeback. And that's if they get it all the pieces.
I'm just going to throw a hope and a prayer.
Yeah.
That Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw it out there. He's the greatest.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He's the best wide receiver out there. Yeah.
So I'm just going to hope that they figure it out. In the top, I'm going to throw a name out there because I think Mike Tomlin is such a genius. I think Pickens is going to be something. They're going to shore up. They're going to fix that running game.
Yeah.
They're going to get another weapon to take all the eyes off of Pickens, and he's going to do something next year.
It looks like Russell Wilson's going to be out the building too.
He should be out the building.
Yeah,
they've been talking about it.
Yeah, he should be out the building.
Yeah. So.
What about Amon-Ra?
That's what I was about to say. It's just such a target share over there.
It's so hard to determine if what games they're going to run the ball, or what games they're going to throw the ball.
And Johnson's going.
Man, Goff choked.
Yeah, Goff choked.
Yeah, he choked.
Yeah.
Goff choked.
Yeah, that's probably
But still, Goff's still in the top 10 quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah. That's a weapon. So
Jameer Gibbs, Saquon Barkley. Jamar Chase, Jameer Gibbs, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson, Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I like that pick. I like it. We'll go with it.
Let's roll with it.
We got some time.
Cool.
We got some time to figure it all out.
Yeah, and don't forget, hey guys, coming up next year, we'll have
what?
Well,
you know what I'm talking
about. Draft
guides.
Draft guides.
Oh yeah, we'll have draft guides.
Draft guides, guys. We're gonna have our own draft guides. You're gonna get one individual draft guide from each one of us.
Yeah, mine will probably be the running back. Mine's going to be running back,
as well as a consensus from overall where we feel like everybody's at.
Yeah, a top 200. Yep. This is going to be after the draft. We're going to have a draft special too, where we're going to watch the draft. We're going to go live. I'm already starting doing my homework. I'm already starting doing mock drafts.
I'm so excited about Cam Scatterboo.
Oh,
hey, he can catch the ball. Man. He can catch the ball in the backfield. Yeah.
So in our draft kits and our draft, I want everybody to know that a lot of the talking heads, we're not going to be like them. We're going to tell you exactly the way we feel. We're not going to pander to players or none of that. It's going to be the truth.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
This is the year the running back came back.
I love it.
We're looking at Ashton Janty might be a top 10 pick.
Man.
Right?
Yeah.
And he might carry the ball 25 times as a rookie.
It's
a game.
The game, yeah. This is
And he's certainly built for it.
Yeah.
The dude looks like a monster, man.
Yeah.
Looks like
We got some running backs that need to be replaced out there.
Yeah.
Looks like Marshawn Lynch out there in his prime.
Yeah. And this is the draft for running backs. This draft is so running back deep.
It is.
Like Scadaboo is supposed to be a third, fourth round pick.
Yeah, he's running like all star out there, like a fullback, like all star.
I want to see where he ends up at, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I do too.
Let's do our merch giveaway.
Let's do the merch giveaway.
Hey, let's start off with we're going to give away for those who like, subscribed, and commented. We're going to give away our merchandise, and then we're going to go over our winners of our signed authenticated jerseys.
Okay. So the hat is Deovian, Deovian at Deovian.
At Deovian.
At Deovian.
We're going to give you a hat. So
go to our merch page. Pick what kind of hat you like.
Yep.
Email us and let us know what you prefer.
And just so you guys know, as soon as he gets done reading out that list, we're going to put that up here on the screen right now. We'll give you our website or our email address, and you send out your information to us. We'll make sure that's you, and then we're going to get it out to you.
Yep. Tumblr at no quarter contracting.
Okay. No quarter. Hey.
No quarter.
No quarter. All time.
That's a long name.
No 25%.
You thought about that one, didn't you?
Hey, your name is not 25%. That's 100. No quarter.
And the shirt goes to ACO 47. ACKO 47.
Okay.
At ACO 47.
Echo. All right.
A shirt, all of them. As you know, go on our merch store, see what color schemes you like. Let us know. Email us.
Yeah, thanks for representing. Thank you for your support. Keep commenting, keep liking. Give us your top 5 going in. Your top 5 way too early projections. Fantasy football. We're gonna need them when we make this draft pick.
Yep.
Excuse him. Now he's got the flu.
I ain't got the flu.
Yeah, he's got the flu.
So it went straight through him to you.
That's it.
Cool.
Right through the mirrors he's got. There's nothing in between.
I'm an X-Man.
Jersey giveaway. We've been waiting for this for a long time, man.
That's it, guys. So you're looking at 3 Tajay Spears jerseys.
And 1 JC Jackson.
And 1 JC Jackson.
JC goes to Nick Kruger 2772.
That was Nick Kruger, not Freddie Kruger.
Not Freddie Kruger.
Number 22 on the Chargers.
Yep. Let me see. Steve L 3300 at Steve L 3300.
Steve
Right.
L.
Tajay
Steve L.
Spears.
Tajay coming your way.
Yep.
At Glenn Hutchison, Tajay coming your way.
Tajay Spears, authenticated and signed.
And at Zook World, ZOUKWRLD.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Awesome.
your world, Zook. We're just living in it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Congratulations, y'all.
So stay tuned. Next week we got our merchandise giveaway.
Yep.
And we're giving away 6 items.
Yep. And also, guys, like I said earlier, once we get to 5,000 subscribers, we're going to give away 3 mystery boxes in this Kyrie Williams jersey. These are all authenticated and signed. We don't even know who's in these mystery boxes whatsoever. All we know is that one of them is a football and 2 of them are jerseys.
And all 3 are going to y'all.
I don't want to know what's in it because if it was Patrick Mahomes, I'd package it up and send it back.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's 4 individual winners, all for you.
Yep.
And just don't like, subscribe here, Next Level Entertainment, because we got more stuff going down the pipe. All right. We love your support, fam. And we'll be coming at you next week as well, talking about the Super Bowl, giving you finales and way too early draft projections.
Yep. And then we're going to go team by team analysis, needs, stats, who they're going to lose, what their cap issues look like.
Yeah.
We'll go through every team.
Yeah. If you wanted us to cover your favorite team, y'all let us know, and we'll do the deep dive. We'll do the homework.
Yep.
And speaking of the new podcast, we'll go ahead and just kind of give you a brief breakdown of what we got going on here. On our Next Level Entertainment, we got coming out the Next Level podcast. All right, that's going to be current events. We're going to have guests. They're going to come on to our show. We're going to. I think, Joe, you got a psychologist, one of the local psychologists.
I'm big on mental health being huge on different ways instead of medicating yourself for mental health.
So we're going to talk about all kinds of current events. We're going to talk about things like that as well. Kind of in relationship to real life and what's going on. Mm-hmm. And then Joe and Chad, they're going to go on their own podcast called The Legends of the Airwaves, and they're going to go over
music.
All things music. Not just listing our favorites or the normal mumbo jumbo. We're going deep.
Yeah.
Why does this album mean so much to you?
Yeah.
What was the world like when this came out? Things like that. Why do I wear a tank top every single day of my life since I was 12 years old? You're going to find out.
Yep. Nostalgic. Nostalgic. Remember when Casey Kasem came on the radio and you were a child and you heard that song, you heard that list, and you remember where you were? We're going to talk about that with some of the greatest albums, some of the greatest bands, and how they made us feel at that time compared to how this aged now.
Yep.
Casey Kasem.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait to get it started.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, this concludes our episode, guys. Till next time, I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldera.
I'm the Shadow Act.
And we're out.
Legends of the Airwaves podcast. Your host, Joe Caldera. And Chad the Cadillac Young. Legends of the Airwaves podcast.
SmashMouth Footballers.